I'm joined now by Joseph Scott Morgan, certified death investigator and distinguished scholar of applied forensics at Jacksonville State University, also one of the smarter people I know in the business of true crime, also with a great podcast. Joe Scott, when I saw that list, and then I saw, like, they don't name her, right? But
yeah.
Aza's lawyer told us that the witness number 3, whose hair also matched the victim's, was his ex-wife. Now, clearly, his ex-wife lived there before Aza lived there. And if her hair is on victims and Aza's hair is on victims, I think it's pretty unfair for people to assume that Aza had something to do with it.
Yeah, I'd say that that's an accurate response. You know, if there can be beauty in this, when you think about beauty of science here, when you look at these hair shafts, isn't it amazing, Ash, that these things have not degraded after all this time? Just think back how long this has been going. You know, our friend Gary mentioned just a moment ago how long he's allegedly been at this. We're talking decades here. And these hairs, you know, talk about the devil in the details, right? You know, going back decades that they're there, and that mitochondrial DNA could be teased out of these shafts so that they could do these profiles. And the profiles are quite striking. When numerically, you know, when you begin, and we've talked about the math before, when you begin to go through this process of elimination, you know, just from a circumstantial standpoint, what are the odds?
Yeah.
What are the odds that this could have originated from some other place?
Do you know what else, though? I got to be honest, Joe, that you think about the alleged start time of these murders, right? 1993,
yeah.
30 years ago. And you think about what we all knew in our fields, right? You especially.
Yeah.
That's maybe why hair was at the bottom of the list. You know, maybe this whole DNA business and hair wasn't such a big deal because in 95, during OJ, people were hearing about DNA really in criminal science and criminal prosecutions for the first time. So maybe if he is allegedly the Long Island serial killer, he didn't know what he didn't know. And now it's all catching up to him.
Yeah, it has the potential to really bite him here because, and it's not just like a single strand from him. It's people that are domiciled with him in this structure. I think that's a very powerful piece to this, Ash. You know, that these hairs are attaching themselves to these poor women in this environment that are there, you know, as, you know, God help us, as, you know, playtime. That sort of thing. And then this kind of tumbles over, and that one little bit of evidence attaches to them. And it was fascinating to me that it was still appreciable after this period of time. You know, again, going back to things that really made my blood curdle was the idea of the surgical drape that they talked about beneath Jessica Taylor. And I'm thinking, you know, I know what surgical drapes are made for, what their purpose is. Generally, it's absorbency to remove blood evidence. And that goes to a deeper level of understanding and planning here. How in the world did this guy get his hands on surgical drapes in order to use them to facilitate this? I think that's an interesting question here. If we're going to go down this road, thinking about what went on potentially in that basement.
Yeah, because Amazon and online ordering wasn't quite what it is now.
It was not a thing. Yep.
Even in the 2000s. Joseph Scott Morgan, as always, I look to you for wisdom, and you never disappoint. Thank you, sir.
You bet, Ash. Good evening.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.